Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Spurge Game Hunting. Enjoy the show, I'll see you in a few minutes. Strange and twisted. You want a crypt kitty? $250 in Freddy Krueger, huh? I remember those. More McDonald's toys! Oh my god, those are awesome! I love those things. Ooh, some humans.
Oh, this is where you get the hat.
Something to help.
September 15th, your favorite celebrities will be serving you drinks. Join the Greater Brimfield YMCA as they take over the taps at the fort from 5 till 8 p.m. All you need to do is order your favorite beverage and be prepared to tip heavily. The celebrity bartenders will make sure you have fun. Hey, it's John O'Brien joining you down here at the Student Drinks Thursday night, September 15th. And before booze down the gullets of all these people that stop in here. It all happens Thursday, September 15th from 5 till 8 p.m. at the Student Prince. See you there. If you have teeth that are cracked, or maybe you're missing teeth, you're probably too embarrassed to smile. It's also probably uncomfortable for you to eat, like bite an apple or chew steak. That's why dental implants are becoming more popular. They look like natural teeth, they feel and work the same as natural teeth. You can eat the food you like, have a lot of confidence, and put on a nice big smile. Something else to smile about is dental implants for as low as $1,999 each. That price is a lot less than the
So what'd you do on the controller?
Same thing, half price.
Half price?
Yeah, someplace else. So with $19.99implant.com, you'll save a lot.
Yeah, I'll take that 5. What's that? Oh, really? That's a fun action figure to play with. Oh, Transformers and Zords.
You could make bank. People have to dip their feet in it.
I know, right? So, who worked here?
I would assume the people probably.
I wonder what he's getting for Super Mario Bros. 3.
What?
He's got $10 on them.
told me, but that's fine.
I told her to wear this volleyball shirt. She didn't. Where to work?
Tell her whatever she sells, she gets to keep a certain percentage.
Yeah. 7%. 7. Not worth
You know
anything.
what? Working with you is real tough, so I ain't looking to give her 25.
I'm pretty easy to get along.
You don't know what it's like being stuck in a tent when you're broke.
Oh, now we're not a fan of Alexa? We're not a fan of Alexa anymore? Because her mommy wants me to scare her. Yeah, my mom won't do that. My mom will tell you. Yeah, mine aren't bad. They just make fun of people. You might just be worse than my mom. Maybe. I know you do, but
Going on, guys? It's Saturday, September something. I don't know, 18. I don't even know. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I hit up a couple garage sales because the season here is quickly coming to an end. I checked last night while I was at my friend's wedding reception, or pre-wedding reception. I don't know, because his wedding's today. And I saw there was a couple sales that said video games. It's been a while since I've actually had some time to go out and check on a Saturday, because I work Saturday mornings. But I'm off today, so I hit 2 garage sales already that said video games. I was the first one to both of them. I got some cool stuff. I got a stack of games, and I got a system, which I'll show everything in the recap. But I got the system and a bunch of games for like 24 bucks total at 2 different yard sales. The system came with a carrying bag and all sorts of stuff, so that was really cool to find. The sale that I meant to go to and found that other one by accident because it was across the street and not posted, was the woman said she had on the site a Nintendo set. So I'm figuring Wii, so I went to another one first, and I got there and she said it had already sold. Somebody had been there at like 7:20 in the morning. The yard sale didn't start till 8 o'clock, and I was only the second person to show up. It was an original NES system with the box complete. She sold it for 25 bucks. So that stings a little, but she said she didn't know if it worked, but who knows? It could just been a pin connector thing. But with the box and everything for 25 bucks, that stings. But I think I've made out so far so good. I do got to get home by like 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go check out one more yard sale, which is right by my house. I don't know if it's going to have anything, but if it does, you'll see in the recap. I would love to try to get footage for these, but when you're the only person at the yard sale trying to take video on your phone, it's a little weird. So I'm going to try to invest in some spy glasses and see what they go for, so it's not as awkward, I guess. But either way, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hello everyone, I hope you liked the latest episode of Spurge Game Hunting. I've got a ton of stuff to go through, so I'm going to try to not lag too long on anything. I'll start off first with, I guess, the games. Well, I'll start off first with the controllers. I've picked up a bunch of controllers and wires because I've been finding them really cheap at Goodwill and Savers. I haven't found a real lot of other games and stuff at either place lately, so I figure I'll pick up game controllers and wires when I can, because you never know when you're going to need them. I walked into Goodwill and or Salvation Army, I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, I walked in, they had a bag behind the counter that had two PS2 controllers, an Xbox controller, and a bunch of Xbox wires in it. They wanted $7 for it, so I picked it up. I had a GameStop Xbox controller with a little, I'm guessing that's a memory card. I'm not really sure. I've never had an Xbox before. So I had that. Had the PS2 controllers. It had two of these. I've also picked up another one for like another $1.50, $2. So I have quite a few extras, and they're never bad to have on hand anyway. Because one, they break, and two, they're obviously good to put in bundles with, where I have a couple PS2s lying around that I'm going to trade or sell. On top of that, you saw some of the footage from where I went to Brimfield. I did get lucky. I found some stuff, but it wasn't towards the end of the day. I found, I think I took video of it, the Sega games, the Genesis games. The woman had 4 of them. It was X-Men, Aladdin. I can't remember the other 2, but I'm sure you saw them in the video. I asked her how much. They'd been sitting out for a while. They were disc only, well, cart only. One of them had the box, which was X-Men. No books, no nothing. And she said $15 a piece. I was like, sure, no. I put them back. Nobody in their right mind is going to pay $15 a piece on them. She said she'd do $50 if I wanted to take all 4, and I was like, I'll think about it. And obviously, was a no. I'm trying to be nice about it, but, you know, what are you going to do? Walking around, I got a bunch of footage, found a bunch of things I didn't buy, things I did buy. I got an original NES controller, $5. The guy had it marked for 10. He said he was selling everything for half. It does have a little nick out of it. It works fine, but for $5, I'm not going to pass up an original NES controller. The guy also, I'm sure you saw in the video, had like Super Mario Brothers for like $45. Even though he said he was going to take half, nobody's going to pay 20-something bucks for it, especially at a flea market. Antique show, you know, but hey, whatever, the guy can ask whatever he wants, it's his stuff. I also went to, before that, I went to one of the flea markets I go to, and I didn't find a real lot in the world of games that I wanted, but one guy, he had a ton of booklets. So I picked up a couple booklets, and there's also a couple booklets here that I found that were inserted in some of the games I'm going to show you in a few minutes as well. The booklets, I got them all for $12 a piece. There's 2 here that are already with the games I didn't grab. One of them is Sonic 2. So I grabbed the book for that, and it's sitting in the with case with the game. And the other one is Spider-Man and X-Men, was it Versus Arcade or something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I got the booklet for that, so that's something with the game. This one, he said, sells for like 10 or 15 bucks. Honestly, I haven't looked it up. I don't really care. I just thought it was cool to pick it up. Super Mario 64. It also had all these little things stuck in the inside, which I believe came with the game too. So I thought that was cool. I got Super Mario Brothers 3. It is a little beat up, but whatever. I got a good deal on them. Mario Duck Hunt. So that was cool. I got one of the Power Player posters that came with it. These 3 were inserted in the games that I got at Brimfield. I didn't look at them at the time because I got them for such a good deal. I didn't really care. I figured they went with the games, but obviously they didn't. No big deal. First one was Paperboy. The second one I'm going to hang on to is Turtles 2, the arcade game, because I plan on picking this up at some point, and now that I have the manual, I don't have to worry about, trying to find it with the manual. And the last one was Double Dragon 2. I actually already had this was the copy I had. It's a little beat up. The copy that I got, I think I put it away already, was in much better condition, so I kept that one, and this one will be for trade or sale or whatever. It's kind of beat up, so I'm not going to want much for it, if anything at all. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. I will go through the newer games, because the older games, the retro games, are what we all like to see. So I'll go through the newer stuff first. Couple GameCube games. They are both complete. They're both in pretty good shape. I got both of them at... I got one at a yard sale, one at a flea market. The yard sale was actually from the guy... I didn't know it was at the time, but when I showed up at his house, it happened to be the same guy that I got the white PS2 off of a couple weeks back with a bunch of stuff. He had a bunch of systems for sale, which were left over, the GameCubes, the Xbox 360. He wanted $60 for the lot, and some guy showed up at the same time, like a couple minutes after I did. I didn't have that much on me anyway for cash, but also on top of that, I know he said that a couple of the GameCubes weren't working correctly, so it wasn't even worth my time. But the game I picked up there was a GameCube game, was Godzilla. Destroy All Monsters. I actually picked this up at Savers a couple months ago for my wife because she loves Godzilla, and it's supposed to be a pretty decent fighting game where you can play as the different monsters. So this one will be for trade or sale. And I also picked up Turok Evolution. I believe I picked this up on the PS2 a couple weeks ago too. So I'll probably end up keeping the PS2 one. So this one will probably be for trade or sale too. I didn't get any video of it, but I did get lucky, and I went to a yard sale, which was across the street from another yard sale that I was actually heading to. Woman, I think I might have explained it earlier in the video, but just a quick recap. Woman had put on one of the yard sale sites I follow that she had a Nintendo, didn't say what kind, figured it was a Wii, for sale, and that was about it. So I showed up at a little bit after 8 o'clock. And she said, it started at 8 o'clock, no early birds, whatever. I asked her about it, and she said she had already sold it. Literally, she said she sold it at like 7:15 to 7:30, somewhere around there. Sold it for $25. It had the box and everything. She did tell me it didn't work, but I figured that was probably just a pin connector or whatever. But even just having the box for $25 would have been really cool, too. But hey, what are you going to do? There's other people out there doing the same thing. I am, you are. But, you win some, you lose some. And I think I won in this next lot. I went next door to a woman, had a bunch of little kids outside, and they were yelling, "Hey, we got a customer!" And I thought it was kind of funny and cute. 2 little girls, and just walking around real quick, she was bringing out a TV. Probably about the same size as the one I got here. I didn't ask about it because I don't need another TV. But I saw she had a bunch of Xbox games, original Xbox games. So I was flipping through them, and I said, "Hey, how much in the game?" She said, $1 a piece. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm flipping through them, and I see some of the wires for an Xbox, the controllers wires. And I was like, "Hey, do you have the Xbox too?" She pointed at it. She goes, "Yeah, it's right over here." So I now own an original Xbox. This thing's really very clean. I almost picked one up for $25 at a flea market, but the drawer didn't open. I haven't checked this one yet, but I mean, this thing is minty. Very, very minty. It also has the DVD remote, but it didn't have a controller, unless I just didn't see it in the bag, because I didn't pull it all apart. But the cool part was, it came with the carrying case. This is really nice. It's got a these are the wires that I saw. These little guys. But it came with 3 controllers. All the wires are in here. I did check that already, but I got this and 6 games for $12. So whether this works or not, that's a killer deal. And it's funny that I've recently been looking for one, because I've never owned an Xbox. I used to play with my buddies. Now I might end up, just picking up a few games that I want to play, like Halo and whatnot. But the next bunch of games, I think all but 1 or 2, all but 2 of them are the ones I got at the yard sale. This one, the cover's kind of messed up, but I can reprint it. It has the book. The disc is in good shape. I believe it normally sells for like 10 to 15 bucks. But I also did love this show, so I'm probably going to hang on to this one, at least to do a playthrough on it, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds. See, the cover's all messed up. But hey, I don't care. That's kind of cool that I now can try it out. I originally bought it just to flip it. That came with, at Savers, it came with Worms 3D. This disc looks like it's never been played, but unfortunately, it has no book. I believe this is a cheap game, couple bucks, $3 to $5. This next lot of games are the ones that I got for $12 with the system. Let's see, Crash Bandicoot. What is that? The Wrath of Cortex. I believe most of these are complete. Yeah, Crash has the book. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I think this one is. Yeah, this one's missing the booklet. For a buck, I didn't know much about it, but I figured I'd grab it. Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon. Who doesn't love Bruce Lee, though, right? Got like all the inserts, and this book is huge. This one does not have a book, but it's a dual game. It's got a Clone Wars, and it's got Tetris. So I grabbed that. I thought that was kind of cool to get basically 2 games for 1. This next one was a good grab there. It's the Grand Theft Auto, what is it? Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto Vice City 2-pack. The cool part is, if I can get it out, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is sealed. It's never been opened. And I have this on my PS2, so I have 0 reason to open that. So this one is going to be for trade or sale, because I have it on the PS2, and like I said, I don't need to keep this. I just thought it was a good grab. These next couple games were yard sales and flea markets. This one I did get at Goodwill. And I swapped out the case while I was there for a better case. Nobody said anything. Nobody cared. But 007, Agent Fire, PS2. Let's see, Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I got this one at the Swansea Seekonk Flea Market. Swansea? No, Raynham. Jeez, Raynham Flea Market. The guy said 3 games for $5. And I got this one, I think Turok was one, not Turok. Whatever. I got another one of the games, and, oh, this next one, that's why. GameCube game's out of place. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. So I now have, obviously, 2 copies of that. Apparently I'm picking up a lot of these. This one came complete. I think I might even have another one down below with all my PS2 stuff. And another GameCube game, GoldenEye, Rogue Agent. I don't even know how many 007 games I have at this point, but I have a lot. These next couple games, I picked up this PS3 game at a yard sale. They had it in with a bunch of DVDs for for $1 a piece. I asked the guys, like, hey, do you have any more games? He goes, no, those are my brother-in-law's. He's like, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. But for $1, I figured, hey, what the heck. Ridge Racer 7. Obviously, it's just a racing game. But for $1, I'll grab it. These next 2 games I got at the yard sale with the Godzilla game. I think I got 4 games total because I gave the guy $12. He wouldn't even go down to 10, but I figured, hey, whatever. This one is, I've never heard of it, but it looked kind of oddballish, so I thought maybe I'd take a chance on it for a couple bucks. It's called Mythmakers Super Kart GP for the Wii. The disc's in great shape. It has the booklet. I think the disc is in good shape. Yeah, the disc looks, if you can see that, looks like it's never been used. I don't know anything about this game, so if you know anything about this, let me know. If it's like a Mario Kart-esque type game. It looks like it is. I haven't even researched this, so I don't know if it's worth anything or not. And the last game I got from this guy, I think it's the last game. Might have been one other one. is Final Fantasy 11 online. Somebody covered up the online part. But hey, whatever. I got it for a couple bucks. I'm not sure if this is even worth it anymore, seeing it's the online game. I didn't see that at the time, because if you look at this outside box real quick, they covered up the part that said online, and they did it there too. So I don't know if that was done intentionally or what. But hey, whatever. It'll end up being sold or traded because I don't have a 360. Oh yeah, so also, I didn't get any footage of it either, because I left my phone in the car at the time. One of the places I normally go to, I walked in, check out the games. The guy knows I go in there for games all the time. Excuse me. And he's like, hey, do you like Nintendo 64 and PS1? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm figuring he got a bunch of games in. I hadn't put them out yet. So he goes, oh, come on over. So I walked over and he had a Nintendo 64 with three games. It was Mario Kart 64, Pilot Wings, and NFL 97, I think. I don't know. And a system with a controller. The system was a little dirty, a little beat up. He said it was owned by a kid. But I got it home, I tested it out, and it works great. It is missing the cover for the jumper pack. These did not work. I took the whole thing apart. I cleaned it up. There was crayon all over it. But I got this and a faded, but nice working, Mario Kart 64. I got them for 40 bucks for the pair. So that was good because this game alone goes for about 40 bucks, even in this condition. But I'm going to hang on to this because I've been wanting this one because I love Mario Kart. So the system's going to be for sale or trade to make some of my game money back because I got a bunch of stuff I really have to get rid of. So that was kind of cool to grab these, and I just noticed this crayon on the back of this. I'm going to have to clean this up too. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't really matter. But I cleaned that up, and good deal. So if you're looking for a Nintendo 64, hit me up. These next couple things, well, this last piece, I don't know what I did with it. It's upstairs. I also picked up a computer game. I did get some video of me grabbing it, as well as this next item. The guy gave it to me for $9, and he gave me a bunch of the black Nintendo sleeves. He gave me 4 of them. This and a copy of Doom 3 on the PC for $9. So the guy's really cool. He's at this little indoor flea market place. He gives great deals. I don't go there very often, like maybe once every other month, because the stuff just doesn't change around very much. But I saw a bucket of stuff on the ground, and I started digging through it, and I found this, which is a Nintendo 64 Game Shark Pro. It is the 3.3, can you see that? Focus. 3.3 version. These go for like anywhere from 20 to 35 to 40 bucks. So that's going to be a flipper for game money. Now getting down to the nitty gritty. As you saw in the video, I walked up to a table at Brimfield, and there was these. First of all, I couldn't find anybody who owned the table, so we're literally, if I was dishonest, I could have just grabbed everything and walked away. Nobody would have known the difference. But I looked around, I found these 3 little girls. The oldest one was maybe 13. They were running this table, probably for their parents. They had stacks of Nintendo games on the table, as you saw. And I asked the girl, I said, how much are you looking for the games? And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the Nintendo games. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Show me. So I went over and showed her. I mean, she's like 12, 13. So obviously she's not really going to know what Nintendo is, most likely. So I showed them to her, and she goes, $3 a piece. If you buy a bunch, I'll give you a better deal. So I grabbed 6 of them, and she's like, she comes over, and she's like, oh, did you find what you wanted? And I was like, yeah. So I grabbed the 6 of them I wanted, and she goes, how's 5? And I'm like, 5 what? She goes, $5. And I'm like, $5 for 6 games? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, all right. I was like, you're the one who said it. And so I gave her the $5, and I stand there, and I grabbed a couple more. And I ended up giving her $10 for 12 Nintendo games. It was a good deal, because I think at least one of these games is a $20 game. I didn't know it at the time. I just grabbed the ones that looked kind of cool. I cleaned them all up. They all work great. So I will go I don't know. I guess best to worst to best or whatever. I don't really know. The first one was... Oh, and they all had sleeves with them. Street Cop. This one, I think, it says you need the Nintendo Power Pad to play it. So I have no need to play that. Most of these are going to be for trade or sale as well, by the way. I picked up Commando. This is a 5-screw version. I don't know if there was a non-5-screw version of Commando, but you didn't know that's one of the earlier games. Narc. It just says say no to drugs on the bottom, too, so that's kind of funny. Let's see. Rescue the Embassy Mission. Cobra Triangle. Ski or Die. I didn't know there was a ski or die. I knew there was a skate or die. This was... Alright, and then these last couple are the better games. Let's see. There was Blades of Steel. Headlight? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyway. Shadowgate. Digger T-Rock, The Legend of Lost City. This next one is actually the first one I saw that caught my attention right away. Was Ninja Gaiden. And the last game is the best one out of the bunch. It's an uncommon game. I played it for a couple minutes. I'm probably going to sit down and play more of it later on at some point when I find time. Conquest of the Crystal Palace. So this one was the one that first, like, obviously after Ninja Gaiden caught my attention because I'd never heard of it, so I figured it was uncommon. But all these are super clean. The labels are super clean, and this one's just peeling off a little bit. I don't know if you can really see that. But aside from that, I was super surprised at the deal I got on them. I'm sure anybody would be, and I hope she didn't get in trouble for selling them too cheap or anything. But it just could have been one of those instances they didn't even know what they had. But it was only the second time during the second time during the entire day that I found any kind of old video game stuff. Well, third if you count the Sega Genesis stuff. So those were the best deals. But you know, I should have picked them up. I should have picked up all of them. I can't even talk anymore. I should have picked up all of them, but you know, I didn't want the sports games and. It's not a big deal, but hey, what are you going to do? 75 cents a piece for NES games all day long. So, with that being said, I don't think I left anything out or forgot anything that I want to show you guys. But with that being said, if there's anything you want, let me know. Leave a comment down below. I can also send you my email, make it easier on people too. Check out, I now have a... Instagram page. That's it. I can't think of what it's called because I don't really use it. I use it just to post pics of stuff that I find. I'll post a pic being like, hey, this is what I found today. So check that out. It's Sprooch_GH for Sprooch Game Hunting. I will leave it in the comments below as well. And aside from that, I feel like I'm rambling again like I say every time. Because I am, and I'm at 23 minutes of this recap. So, with that being said, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I do appreciate all those that are subscribing. We're up to 179 subscribers as of just before this video. So, since the last video, that's like another 60 subscribers, which is awesome. I love the slowly growing. I love that you guys like watching me. I like that you guys like to interact with me. So, please keep doing it. Please keep telling your friends. Please thumbs up the video. Hit the like button below, leave comments, and subscribe. And as always, good luck in your world of game hunting, and I will see you guys around.